Namaste. Today I'm going to talk about the topic, does planet have a direct influence on a people's emotion? Yes, planets have a direct impact on the people's emotion. In fact, doing the remedial measure will be very helpful to you as a person. There was a time when I used to get very upset into my house because there was a lot of psychic warfare. People were fighting with each other in my house, and we were not as a peaceful family. There was a lot of arguments, misunderstanding, and there was a strong difference of opinion between me and other people across. But I was married and I was finding it very difficult to understand, and I was struggling to find out the pattern by which all these things were happening. Now, my father had died, and one day I was standing near the Thiruvalidayam temple, where it was a Lord Shiva temple and it was a Rahu Kalam. My petrol had dried out, and the objective in which I went to get this death certificate was not happening, and it was close to 3 o'clock. There was a lot of chaos which was happening into a particular situation. So knowing this, I thought I was in a two mood. Then I went and lighted the lamp. The moment I lighted the lamp across as a person, my mind calmed down. The situation was beginning to become better. In fact, somebody volunteered to go and put the petrol and take the petrol and come back, because the bike in the place where the petrol got dried up, and the petrol bunk was nearly 1.5 kilometers. So I was literally struggling in my life to make the things happen. But then the moment I lighted the lamp, and I found it very easy. And I find this pattern kept on repeating in my house. And since they were very emotionally very disturbed, I find emotions have a direct correlation with the planetary movements. It is called Viparita Kale Vinasa Buddhi in the Indian context, and many people do not even try to correlate that such a thing exists into their life. For example, most people get upset on Tuesdays and Saturdays. They find it very difficult to control the emotion, and especially people who have a disturbed married life have a very problematic Friday. In fact, there was a lady who came and told me, every Saturday I used to get hit with my mother, and Saturday I realized was a bad day. I saw her horoscope. The Saturn was very afflicted in a horoscope. The second consideration what you have to give is the Rahu Kala. If suppose Tuesday Rahu Kala, Saturday Rahu Kala, this flavor will become thickened. So what happens, many people have a strong mood swing during the Tuesday Rahu Kala, and for example Saturday Rahu Kala, many people have a strong swing. And also the Tithi also has to be taken into consideration. The Tithi, if it is supposed to be Sashti, Ashtami, Navami, and Trayodasi, Amavasa, Purnima, and on the Pratama Pada, all these people have a problem, definitely a problem. I have seen Ashtami Rahu Kala, if it comes on a Tuesday, people have a huge mood swing across. So you have to combine 2-3 factors. I have seen Saturday, Navami, many people get mentally disturbed. So please do not say astrology does not have a use. Astrology has a direct use and a direct application into your life. And I have seen during the Trayodasi, during the Pradoksha Vela, lot of people have mood swing into their personal life. And if it is the Nakshatra, Vardra, Swati, Sadabhishak, now many people have a very lot of disturbance in their life. Now for example, recently the eclipse happened. Then a lot of people have a problem on the subsequent day where they have mood swing, they tend to fight, and they tend to have a lot of arguments with the people. Ashtami day. In fact, it was an Ashtami and it was kind of Tuesday across. Now many people were having a mood swing. I called my office staff and I told them, please understand this day is a very, very unique day. There is a unique planetary combination and people do get mentally disturbed. So please be careful. Do not get into the argument. Avoid fights and avoid trying to correct everybody as a person. This would be far more easier for you to resolve the issues across. Now, this actually, a lot of people in the office told what you said is correct, sir, because a lot of people were having mood swing and they were finding it very difficult to correlate, and there were a lot of arguments and kind of misunderstanding in their life. So please understand very, very clearly that the astrology Tithi, Vara, Nakshatra has a direct correlation with your mind. If you combine 2-3 factors, you know whether a person will be peaceful or not. The next problem is the Ashtamesh Chandran, which means if somebody is having the 8th house moon from the moon, that is, moon is in Vrishik, the 8th house is the Mithuna Rasi, but somebody has a moon in that particular thing, it is called Ashtamesh. Normally you are warned, you're told that please be careful at that particular point of time, because that 2.5 days, a lot of people will have mood swing, misunderstanding, and they will find it very, very difficult to communicate peacefully and effectively. And all the time people actually, in the olden days, many people will say today is your Ashtami, today is your Janma Ashtami Dina, please be careful. Ashtamesh Chandran, please be careful. This is very, very famous in the Tanjavur district. And many people are not aware. Saying that astrology is used only for prediction is wrong. Astrology can be used for healing, and astrology can be used for remedial measure. Astrology can be used to rejig a lot of things. For example, India, you do the re-inauguration of the capital ritual, you do the re-inauguration of the name ritual, you do the re-inauguration of the constitution change. It can bring in a lot of changes into a person's, into Indian's life. The corruption can be very less, the misunderstanding between the people and these kind of can be brought down across. The main reason is most people do not know the valuableness of the Muhurta, and those who practice Muhurta are not very correct. For example, the Ayodhya temple is being constructed during the Rahu Dasa, so obviously there is going to be a lot of problem with the construction of the temple. It is just they had kept, it was the Abhijit Muhurta, and therefore many people feel that it is a correct. No, in the Muhurta the Lagna is very important. So please do not get carried away by these so-called saints who are not aware, who are not educated with astrology, and who have no application and understanding with the astrology. That is why they have a problem. It is like, I belong to the second generation, so I'm not going to learn a WhatsApp. but is not WhatsApp a reality into people's life? Yes, it is the latest reality which is happening. Therefore, in the same way, astrology has a lot of clues to help us. Astrology has a lot of thing to help us. For example, you take the Janma Nakshatra. If your Janma Nakshatra is not peaceful, the entire month will not be peaceful. If your Janma Nakshatra is not peaceful, that is Janma Masa, Janma Nakshatra is not peaceful, you're going to have the entire year which is going to be a problem. So astrology has a various application other than prediction. You can use it for remedies, you can use it for rectification of life. There is no need to approach it in a fatalistic fashion. Now many people approach in a fatalistic fashion because they are unable to understand the real use of astrology. Most of them, they think astrology is karma and karma cannot be clean and therefore it is of no use. No, it is not the right approach towards astrology. It is a very tamasic brand of astrology. What we are promoting is the sattvic form of astrology, where astrology can be used to heal people, heal their life, and heal the people who have chronic problem into their life. For example, jail, if they are unable to meet their children. For all these reasons, we can definitely need to understand astrology. So therefore, without learning astrology, without understanding astrology, do not try to talk. There is so many uses of astrology, including in the Chaya Purusha Lakshana and also the Devata Yoga, different kinds of courses which are available. The main problem, astrology has a various application. Can be applied in sadhana, it can be used for healing, it can be used for finding out the mood swing, it can be used in a big theater like that of mundane events. For example, re-inauguration, if the inauguration of the king takes place in a good time, the entire people will be prosperous, flourishing, and they will be successful. Without understanding this, many people are doing, that is why you have a problem. So please keep watching, subscribe to us, but please have the understanding that astrology is a very useful tool. If you learn it, it will be helpful to you. Thank you.